if you look at the news cycle right now, you think that the world is falling apart, and in a way it is, but in other ways it's not. It's we are seeing some grave situations right now, and it's with I believe a smaller number of people. I would say men who are self-serving, who are selfish, egotistical, and narcissistic, perhaps, who really have no idea of how nature works, or they do, or they choose to ignore it. So the on the other end of the spectrum are people who are more spiritually grounded, who have given up on a material life, and I know quite a few of them. They're monks and nuns, and you see the human being has a possibility of those two spectrums. But I think the world is weighted more towards the left side of that spectrum, where people are more on a survival mode, self-serving, as a result of the need to work and live in a competitive world. So we are more weighted to the left side of the brain, I feel. And that is creating a problem, because we are not in touch with nature, we're not in touch with ourselves, we don't also quite understand how our mind works. So I'm informed by an evolutionary biologist called E.O. Wilson, who came up with this idea of, as human beings evolved 200,000 years ago, there were three things: mentalization, empathy, and mirroring, that helped us to become the humans that we are, to perpetuate ourselves and understand ourselves. So let's look at the three of them. Mentalization is the ability to put thoughts together, ideas together, and language helped us to then expand on it and be creative. And then if you look at then empathy, and empathy is so important for us, like to understand each other, to really feel for somebody else, because we need each other at the end of the day. If you look at a mother and a child, and as we grow, we need each other, right? So empathy is another crucial part of what makes us human. And the other part is mirroring. It's about then working with each other, because you and I have to learn from each other too. So there's a limbic resonance that has to happen, limbic regulation. Then we regulate each other, and we learn from each other, we grow from each other, we agree to work together, compromise. All of those things are so important in creating a thriving, flourishing society. However, we seem to be going in that other direction. So this is where I feel that the mindfulness practice will help us to rekindle that, our oneness with nature, our empathy, our joy, our sympathetic joy, to really thrive on somebody else's happiness and all that too. So that way we will really be able to find our true selves, because by investigating the nature of the mind and how we need each other, our interbeing, interconnectedness, all becomes a part of the process too. I am bullish about us humans. I think we are waking up to this need to understand and acknowledge our oneness with nature. And I'm speaking to you here from an urban center of Vancouver at the waterfront, overlooking this very industrial but how we have brought nature and our technology together.